When my husband stood in front of me, eyes cold and distant, and accused me of misconduct, I thought it was some kind of cruel joke. We had been married for 7 years, and while things hadn't been perfect, I never imagined he'd believe I was capable of something so ugly. His words cut deeper than any fight we'd ever had. He didn't shout. He didn't cry. He just calmly told me he'd already spoken to a lawyer, and that divorce papers would be served the next day. I remember that night so clearly. I sat on our bed, my hands shaking as I stared at the folded clothes he had left in a suitcase for me. It was as if I had already been erased from my own home. I tried to call him, to text him, to tell him that I had done nothing wrong. But his replies were short, almost robotic. It's over. I know what you did. The next week was a blur. Friends avoided me, whispers followed me at the grocery store, and even my own family seemed unsure of the truth. My heart broke, not just because I was losing him, but because I was losing my name, my reputation, my dignity. He filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, but the gossip carried far worse accusations. I could have walked away quietly. I could have signed the papers and let the world think whatever it wanted. But something inside me refused to be crushed. I knew my worth. I knew my truth. I found a lawyer and filed a petition in court, not to win him back, but to defend myself. My case wasn't about love anymore. It was about my rights, my voice, my name. In court, he looked at me for the first time in months. I could see uncertainty in his eyes when my lawyer presented the evidence, proof that the so-called misconduct was nothing more than lies fed to him by someone he trusted. The betrayal wasn't mine. It was his for believing strangers over the woman who stood by him for years. The judge ruled in my favor. I didn't just keep my dignity, I reclaimed it. The marriage was over, but I walked out of that courtroom with my head high, knowing I had fought for myself when no one else would. People sometimes ask me if I miss him. The truth is, I miss the man I thought he was, but not the one who turned his back on me. My life now isn't defined by his accusations or the divorce. It's defined by the fact that I refuse to let lies destroy me. I have my rights, and I'll never let anyone take them from me again.